The Packers made waves last month in the 2020 NFL Draft, selecting Utah State quarterback Jordan Love in the first round. The move was widely panned and questioned due to Aaron Rodgers' current status as the starting quarterback and having just signed a big contract extension. Friday, the guy Rodgers replaced, no other than Brent Favre, added a few thoughts to the situation late last week. Favre said that Rodgers shouldn't go out of his way to help Jordan Love, but should look to show him a thing or two if asked, just like he did with Rodgers back in 2005. Favre said he offered to watch film and Rodgers would come along, but never went out his way to invite Rodgers to join. The Packers legend wrapped up by saying Rodgers have no reason to fear anything and that he saw no signs of Rodgers slowing down. So with that said, Jay, do you think Rodgers have an obligation to mentor Jordan Love?
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that have been all over the Packers from the very beginning in this.
Yep,
I still
yes,
don't
you have.
understand this move. It's still a head scratcher. Aaron Rodgers still among the best quarterbacks in this league. But there's a hard line in this question because you can take this, far left or far right, depending on where you want to go. That to me, I don't think Aaron Rodgers doesn't have an obligation to mentor Jordan Love. It's not something that they're going to throw in his contract and he's going to have to do. That's just silly. His first and foremost priority is going to be to continue to win games, because at this point in time, he's not in danger of losing his job, or at least he shouldn't be. He's still highly productive, and the Green Bay Packers, again, we're just in the NFC Championship game largely because of how good Aaron Rodgers is. I'm going to say this again, with one legitimate wide receiver. I'm going to say it at a not quite an animated tone as I have previously, but one legitimate receiver in Devontae Adams. But we're not gonna sit here and say Aaron Rodgers is gonna be completely unhelpful to Jordan Love, but it's gonna be one of them situations where if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I got Jordan Love here, that just got to the team, Aaron Rodgers isn't it's not on him to hold Jordan Love's hand all the way through the process and just absolutely ensure that Jordan Love, gets a hang of the offense and is having a good time and getting all the questions answered that he has. The Green Bay Packers have what every NFL team has, and every other professional sports team has. They have coaches. They have a quarterback's coach. So those guys will be instrumental in bringing Jordan Love along, and those are the matter of fact. And I will say this: it better be the coaches that bring Jordan Love along, because people's job security are going to hinge on this move when it's all said and done. Make no mistake about it. The general manager, he's on the clock already, in my estimation. And whenever Aaron Rodgers is done, and especially if they use this out in a couple years, if they use that out and decide to not bring Aaron Rodgers back, oh yeah, you better hope that them coaches have done their job and gotten this guy spun up. It's not Aaron Rodgers' responsibility. Now, what I will say on the flip side of that is, if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I have some negative feelings about this, and I gotta believe there is some negative vibe, even though I think he released a statement earlier today, and it was pretty politically correct, I believe. So he didn't say anything overly blasphemous against the organization. I believe it was pretty much it was a balanced statement. Said, I understand the organization, kind of looking to the future, but with that being said, I don't expect Aaron Rodgers to, if Jordan Love has a question and approaches Aaron Rodgers about something, hey Aaron, what'd you see in that coverage there that made you make that decision, or why did you audible to a run right here? Like, what are you seeing out there? I think Aaron Rodgers is going to answer those questions. I don't think he's just going to turn a blind eye and just not help him, but I think it's got to be on Jordan Love to initiate those discussions. Like, it's not going to be on Aaron Rodgers to, be his teacher. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I think that, again, it's going to be about Jordan Love and how he initiates those discussions. But again, this is no fault of Jordan Love. Like, Jordan Love didn't ask to be drafted by Green Bay. The Green Bay management and the Green Bay coaches, between Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur, they made this discussion. So I can't see Aaron Rodgers just taking whatever feelings he have and shoving them on Jordan Love and making him suffer because of it. I don't think he's going to do that.
And just caveat how you ended that, you're right. Jordan Love didn't ask to be drafted. I mean, he didn't ask to be in this situation, but he did ask to be drafted as part of, going from the collegiate to the professional level. Hey, you got to grow up. You got to get with the program. And I say that to say this. My opinion on this whole situation is very short and to the point. One, I do agree with Brett. This is not on Rodgers. Rodgers not a teacher. If he wanted to be a teacher, he'll be teaching your local kid at some school. It's not his job. Now, if like Farve said, if I'm going to a film study and Love comes up to me, because at the end of the day, my opinion is this: the onus is on Jordan Love. If he's the first round pick that you say he is, then this shouldn't be a problem, to be perfectly honest with you. Because as bad as the relationship between Farve and Rodgers was, when Rodgers finally got to play, it wasn't a problem. You know why? Because Rodgers was good. Rodgers did what he had to do before he took the snaps. So this is a moot point unless Jordan Love is not the player that you thought he was when you drafted him, and now you done waste all this capital and you get nothing in return, right? This young man got to understand this. He has to understand. My mom used to tell me this, right? When I wanted to get something and I didn't say nothing, she used to always say, hey, Nate, listen, a closed mouth don't get fed. Last time I checked, I can't read a brain. Like, I can only react to what you give me. So you have to say something if you want a certain reaction to it. So with that said, if Jordan Love is running around here, reading the newspaper clippings instead of being in the film room, or if he's running around here playing the victim role because he's the new guy on the block, listen, I don't want to hear that, hey, he didn't ask for this. Well, he wanted to get drafted. He wanted to be a first-round pick, and now he's here. So we need you to come on with it. You need to be on Favre's behind saying, hey, I mean, not Favre, I'm sorry, on Rodgers' behind saying, hey, Rob, hey, when you go on that film study, can I go with you? Hey, yeah, come on, sure. Hey, no problem. Hey, man, if you're going to throw some balls around, you mind if I, come out there with you and throw some balls around? Now, I know with the COVID-19, that might not be the most popular take for that. But at the end of the day, that is how you get better in the game. You learn. You use your two ears more than your one mouth. That's why you got two of them. You use your two eyes more than your one mouth. You listen, you look, you learn. You come with the experience. Now, with all that said, let's say, if Love was to go to Rodgers and say, hey, man, I want to do some film study. I ain't got time for that. You can miss me with that. Now, if Rodgers is treating them like that, now that's a whole different dynamic, and Rodgers should be ashamed of himself. But if if he's going to film study and he don't knock, hey, Jordan, you want to come and join me? That's not his job. We're professionals. You're getting paid millions of dollars, bucko. You might want to figure out where I'm at, or you might want to just go to do film study on your own. And if I show up and you got questions, hey, pull out the notepad. Let's get it popping. That can happen. But at the end of the day, my whole opinion on this is, hey, Jordan Love, you got drafted into a situation. How will you respond to this situation? I don't care what Aaron Rodgers would do. I don't care what Brent Favre talking about. How will you respond to this? Because at the end of the day, the Packers went out on a limb to draft you in the first round when they didn't even need you. So are you going to reward the Packers, or are you going to spit in their face and become a mistake rather than an award? So, yeah, in my opinion, Jordan Love is the X factor in this whole situation to me.